Rap and terror. Sounds strange, right? But in the 2000s, these two were inseparable. After September 11th, the world changed, and so did the music. September 11th didn't just destroy buildings. It rewired American society. Fear became normal. The government passed the Patriot Act, giving them power to spy on anyone. Muslims faced hate crimes that jumped from 28 cases in 2000 to 481 in 2001. The media stopped asking hard questions and just repeated what the government said. Everyone was supposed to wave flags and support the wars, but some rappers weren't buying it. While mainstream artists played it safe with party songs and bling rap, underground voices started speaking truth. They saw through the propaganda and called out what was really happening. Immortal Technique became the voice of resistance. His track, The Fourth Branch, exposed how media worked like a fourth branch of government. He rapped about the CIA and government lies while most artists stayed quiet. In Bin Laden, he dropped the bombshell line that Bush funded Al-Qaeda. These weren't just lyrics. They were investigations set to beats. Mr. Lif went even harder. His song, Home of the Brave, accused the Bush administration of making up 9/11 to scare people. He said America had been killing people for years, so the attacks were payback. This was dangerous talk in 2003 America, but he said it anyway. Dead Prez kept it simple and direct. They rapped George Bush is way worse than Bin Laden is, and called the FBI and CIA the real terrorists. They connected America's past actions to current enemies, showing how foreign policy created blowback. These artists didn't just criticize wars overseas. They talked about what was happening at home. The Patriot Act meant the government could search your house without telling you. They could tap phones and read emails. For Black communities already dealing with police surveillance, this felt like more of the same. Narcy, an Arab-American rapper, lived this reality. His song, PHATWA, described being profiled at airports and detained without cause. He coined the phrase, Iraq is the new black, showing how Arabs face the same racism that Black Americans knew too well. The contrast with mainstream rap was stark. While underground artists risked their careers speaking out, top 40 hip-hop focused on cars, parties, and money. Record labels wanted feel-good songs that sold to wider audiences. Political rap got pushed to the margins. Even when mainstream artists tried to speak up, they faced consequences. Lupe Fiasco called the war on terror a bunch of bullshit in his song Words I Never Said. When he performed it at Obama's inauguration event, they cut his microphone and kicked him off stage. The message was clear: stay in line or get silenced. But some mainstream voices did break through. Eminem's Mosh told listeners, "No more blood for oil," and criticized Bush directly. The Black Eyed Peas asked, "Where is the love?" in response to post-9/11 hatred. These songs reached millions, but they were rare exceptions. The government's response was telling. They used rap music as torture at Guantanamo Bay, blasting it at prisoners for hours. The same genre that gave voice to the oppressed became a weapon against detainees. It showed how the state could twist anything, even protest music, into a tool of control. What made these rappers brave wasn't just their words, it was their timing. Speaking against war during wartime marked you as unpatriotic. The media called protesters terrorists. Artists faced FBI monitoring and career sabotage, but they kept going because silence meant complicity. Their impact went beyond music. Immortal Technique visited prisons and built orphanages in Afghanistan. Most Def protested the force-feeding of Guantanamo prisoners. They turned lyrics into action, proving rap could be more than entertainment. This era of resistance rap laid groundwork for today's protest music. When Kendrick Lamar criticizes police brutality, or Killer Mike talks about government corruption, they're following paths carved by 2000's underground artists. The war on terror created a template for using hip-hop as political resistance. The legacy runs deeper than individual songs. These artists documented an alternative history of the 2000s. While mainstream media sold war as patriotism, rappers preserved the dissenting voices. They showed that not everyone believed the official story. Some people asked hard questions and demanded real answers. Looking back, their courage stands out even more. In a time when fear ruled and questioning meant exile, these artists chose truth over safety. They used their platforms to educate and challenge, not just to profit and entertain. These voices didn't just entertain. They documented a war many refused to see. If this gave you a new angle on the 2000s, drop a comment. What's a lyric from that era that stuck with you? And don't forget to subscribe for more cultural deep dives.